why do you gotta get with her mind to get laid? Why do you got to get with her politics to get laid? I was noticing that, like, you know, when my boyfriend was like totally into this thing about just be quiet, don't talk politics, go back, be the nice girl. I lost my sex drive for him. Like, I totally closed up for weeks. And I asked my girlfriend, who's a sexologist, you know, about this, and she goes, well, Eve, the first lips are this is the first pussy. And if the woman is expressing herself and saying everything she cares about and explaining her heart, then this is like ready to kiss and open up. The first chamber of openness, right? And that goes right down to the heart. She's expressing herself, feeling connected and kissing. Woo! And then that opens up the womb space of, ooh, I'm holding energy. We're holding energy together. And then, wow, the cervix is like, but if it shut her down, if you shut down her speaking voice, it goes the opposite. It's like shum, 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 shum. The cervix closes, and then the bottom pussy closes. Because the woman, remember, we are a whole being. The women are connected whole body, whole mind. Our brains literally operate with all of the chambers lighted up at once, whereas the masculine brain operates with one chamber at a time so he can focus. But because of that, if you tell her to shut up, don't talk politics, you're going to close off her sexuality. You're going to close off her openness, her heart. You know, even if you don't like her politics, just let her talk politics and like pretend you're open. And then maybe you'll be influenced, because really, like in my mom's therapy practice, hi, she's finding that all of these couples are breaking up. Yeah. All these couples are breaking up because the men are, some of her men and her clients are voting for the baby dump. And the women are like, they're not having it. They're like, well, then get out of my house. Then let's get a divorce. Like, it's really serious, because the politics of baby dump are so cruel for the feminine. Like, we're about love and community and family and healthcare and education. Come on, feminine politics are what everybody needs, and we're all the same. Every one of us, all of us, we need the same roof over our head, same food, same freedom, same respect, same free speech, right to congregate, right to rebel, right to not have, you know, be targeted just because of the color of our skin, but right to drive safely and not have police harassing us. We all have the same rights. Black Lives Matter also. So the also part is also the planet matters, also the other countries matter, also you know, the opposite party from you matters. Like, but when you see one group, such as the people of color group, like getting targeted so that their votes can be stolen, look at it. It's really simple. When people go to jail, their vote is taken from them. And the Republicans figured this out quite a long time ago. They figured out, oh, we don't have the majority of votes. So for us to have power, we've got to incarcerate as many Democrats as possible. And people of color tend to be Democrats because that is the party of the people and the connected people. So now you get this situation where if you put a lot of people in jail and then you make money off of them, we got Walmart and Victoria's Secret and Target. You have all these companies getting free labor from the jail labor. So not only have you stolen their votes, because then they're not even allowed to vote when they get out of prison or while in prison. For the rest of their lives, they can't vote. Then on top of that, you get this free labor for all of those big money people who want to supposedly have this eternal growth, right? So that's why the politics of what's going on with the police brutality and putting people of color in jail and so unfairly and so often, and the school to prison pipeline thing, it's such a big deal, because it is the way to disenfranchise the voice of the majority. Because the majority of America, do you know, it's only 24% of America that's actually Republican. Actually less than that now, since it became such a party of hate. It's now people are defecting from the party in big droves. So, but those people have all this power because of figuring out how to manipulate the police and the voter rights through incarceration. In other countries, they have people in jail, but they do not take away their votes. They actually go and the politicians go to jail to give speeches because they still have to win those votes, and people still vote when they get out of jail. So that is very smart, because it means you can never do mass incarceration as a technique for taking over a country. And you can never do mass slave labor through the jail slavery system. So you're getting some pictures on what's really going on with that police brutality. It's not just white supremacist cruelty that's coming out of the unconscious of these men who are being, it's also that they're being trained. The police force, we need our police, we need help, we need the real guys on the street to really help us women when we need help, and to help domestic violence and to help drug stuff going on. I'm for the police, definitely, but they're being trained in these military force and to racial profile, so that politicians can have their way with us. So that's why it's all interconnected. You see what I mean? Like, everything's connected. Like, her voice, the pussy voice, the feminine heart, the free speech, the equality of all races and sexes. It's all connected. And then when you get into the bigger picture, whoa! Now it's all connected to the whole earth, and on how each country is relating to which countries are taking more than others, and our country is causing all of these problems all over the world with lack of, what's going on with our use of energy. And then, you think, like, well, Eve, it's too hard, we can't fix it. But, it's so exciting. It's so exciting that thorium is on the verge of coming into the total mainstream. I mean, thorium is an element in the periodic table that is in every piece of dirt. Like, it's all around us. And there's piles and piles of it laying around everywhere. You can't fight over thorium. And this much thorium is enough to power your one human's entire lifetime of power needs. That's doing nuclear energy from thorium from a salt reactor instead of a meltdown reactor. So it's not even that dangerous, and the waste from it is only 300 years instead of thousands of years. So, and it's really tiny. The waste is tiny, so you can definitely bury a tiny little ball for 300 years down in the earth somewhere, and it's not that toxic either. So whatever those. So thorium is the new technology, and we already know that in Nixon's day and era that thorium went, wow, it was, for 5 years they had a reactor built that was the prototype that wasn't completed in terms of everything we need to know about getting our energy that way. And then Nixon nixed it, of course, he nixed it. But we got to just get back to it, because we got to finish that technology, and then we've got zero emissions technology for the whole earth. Because the thing is, solar's not going to be, if you look at the amount of energy it takes for solar panels to be made, and the fact that you've got to remake them in 20 years and get rid of them, sure, they're great for now. They're great. They're the first step. And I'm in solar. I can get you free panels if you want from the hybrid electric program. I can just get them for you. It's a bill swap instead of your electric bill. Contact me here. I'll get you solar panels. But they're not the full answer. We got to go thorium, because we got to get to zero emissions, and we got to pleasure the heart of the feminine the whole way. You're going to need to have a lot of sex in order to handle all the big changes coming, so you're going to need to have the women talking freely, and you're going to need to be interested in the women. And if the women are adamant that you cannot vote for Baby Dump, don't lose your woman over him. He's not worth it. Don't vote for him. She's way more worth it. She's cooking your dinner. Come on. She's giving your back a massage and giving you hope and joy. You can handle letting her be the lead on this, okay? Let all the women be the lead on this. Okay, good. Anything else? My dog's panting the whole time. I take him down to the forest so he can run wild. And he runs wild so he can do the divine masculine thing of being a dog. A free dog, which is, more of the things we all need. Freedom of speech, especially women. So let us speak at the dinner party, would ya? Okay.